for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Check by 21 and watch the leg.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one good for 33 in the first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him in.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Trubisky to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Check 45. Hey, 88. That's the way. Go.
To throw is Rodgers. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll try the left side. Grant. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Switch up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
This will be taken in at the 1. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, Heavy. Move. Hey, foxtrot.
Now it's Trubisky. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 99. Move.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
That's good for the Bears. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Get out.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Danny.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky completes it to the tight end, Burton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Alert. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Alert.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. The Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
You ready?
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic.
Now Trubisky. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big, and we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to have the first down past the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Bears. First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Let's go, let's go.
On 1st down, it's Cohen.
Let's go, P.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 4-2. All day, dog.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Stop your whining. 42's the mark.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Check! 180! Check! 42's the mark. I'm coming! Alert! So Mike 42! Let's go, let's bring it!
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 13 yards out, and the Bears have taken the lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this one into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a very good return as he takes this all the way up to the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Brings up third down.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Check my 21. Hey, pick your game up. 18.
Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try the left side. Grant. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That good for 19 and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Check, 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 check. Red, up.
They go play action with Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now.
Jump out! Boom, boom. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want nothing.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now this time, Rodgers will throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Operating from the gun, Rodgers, and Eifert has it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Cut. 58.
Now Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Ready? Double time. Even. 4 down. Even.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
Put up. 180. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Begin.
They try again with Cohen. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They come out here in the eye. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Showing up. General West. Alert. Kill.
Here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dean Lowry in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Chicago, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to